everyone, this is Katie from kgrantdesign.com, and today for Tutorial Tuesday I'm going to go over an ice effect. It is the middle of summer and maybe we all need a little bit of cooling off, but this is a really cool effect. I do it in Photoshop and it uses brushes that you might not necessarily think immediately to use for an ice effect. They're actually trees, the brushes, and they make this really cool kind of cracked looking effect that you can make look like ice depending on the colors that you use. So to start, I've started with this ice blue background color. You can do whatever's going to work best for you, but I like this. It's kind of still keeps it a little bit fun and it's not, and it's going to, go back in the background a little bit as well. So, and then we're going to go ahead and grab our brush tool. And they're already set, but I've got a whole bunch of tree brushes here. And these are things that you can download online, but just make sure that you check the licensing and the use restrictions to make sure that you are allowed to use them for personal, for business, for whatever it is. So I've downloaded these brushes and there are a whole bunch of different trees. And what I'm gonna do is just select one, and I'm gonna make a new layer first, actually. Select one of these trees, and I want them to be white, so I've already got the white set over here. And I don't want them to be 100% opacity, so I've had it set to 85. And I'm just going to start by adding my trees on here, and then I'm going to rotate the brush so that I can move kind of around my, my canvas here. I'm going to make it a different size. Cool. All right, now I'm going to make another layer. I'm going to select a different tree. And go ahead and do the same thing. Rotating my brush around so that I get kind of a different angle and a different effect. As I go. All right, so that's pretty cool. Already it's looking like ice, which I think it's a really cool effect, and it's just interesting to use the tree brushes. You might not think to use that at the beginning. So now, because I've done two different layers, I can change the opacity of each of those a little bit if I want to. So I can go up to and select one of my layers and then go to opacity up here, and I can change it, bring it down, whatever I'd like to do, whatever's going to work for me in my project. But that way you can have varying levels of opacity. You could also do this when you're using your brush tool by going in and changing the opacity as you're adding more trees. So next, just to really solidify this final effect, I'm going to put an image into this file and put it underneath the ice, basically. So I'm going to just put my logo, excuse me, which I'm going to paste in here and resize. And I'm just going to put it right there in the middle. Now, it's on top of everything. It's my top layer over here in my layers palette, but I want it to look like it's underneath the ice. So I'm just going to drag it and move it underneath the trees that we kind of made up before. And then you can kind of move it around so that it has a better effect for whatever you'd like. I'm going to mess with the opacity a little bit because it wouldn't be quite clear if it was under the ice. So, and there you have it. It's this really simple, very cool tutorial and effect that you can use for, anything in the wintertime or something, to cool off in the summer. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know, and look out for another tutorial at kgrantdesign.com next week. Have a good one.